Where is everybody? Oh, I think they're
Well,
all.
there's a couple over here, we'll grab them.
You on the chopping block today? Patrick on the chopping block today?
Yeah, he's on the hot seat. Hot seat.
So Leslie, you got your questions ready?
I do. You might not like them. No,
We were,
I'm not gonna intimidate you.
We were interviewing an agent this morning that had been over at ERA for a while and has not had the greatest experience. And she's super professional. She's great. And I kind of did like a soft close. Sorry.
Sick?
No, I just allergies. And Patrick went in for the close. I was like, yes, this is great.
Patrick.
He was like, no, you're coming here. It was a great meeting for
Good.
got that assertiveness.
Helping these two of you too.
Yeah,
Like a united front,
Can
right?
you believe Kelly was a good cop?
Oh, she was?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe that.
Yeah, Kelly was a good cop.
I know Kelly's a good cop. I know she is.
And thank you for another one of your referrals. She's coming in next Tuesday.
Is she Chantel?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's like
We
almost
had
a
a long
capper.
talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's excited. So
Good. Yeah.
Celeste has been just referring us people like crazy. And I appreciate it so much. Oh. It makes everything better to grow with you guys. Get the referrals in, and we're meeting with your referral today. So thank you.
That's
We
great.
got lots of people.
I love
He's a
that.
capper too.
It's
So
only been like since 2019 that I've wanted to work with that kid. Oh my gosh.
yeah. So we're gonna meet him this afternoon. We got lots of energy going. Hi, Annie. I love walking back there and seeing all the coaching going on.
It was so good to see. It was. I was like, oh my God.
It's awesome, and it's so nice. Even the agent this morning, she was like, "Oh my gosh, there's people here," and we're like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I go in my office and there's no one there. It's dead." And we're like, "Yeah, we do get some people." So we're really excited about that growth too. So thank you, Annie, for all the hard work.
I mean, they're the ones who are working hard.
Well, you put a lot into that. So what else is going on good? I like to start off with some good news. Celeste went door knocking, 200 doors.
Wow. I did.
Need the buddy next
We are under contract in a very bad, well, I'm not gonna say bad, just a very unusual part of town. I anticipated a 70-day on market and we're day 4 and under.
Wow, that is
So,
good.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
job.
So the 200 doors paid off.
Good. That is, I mean,
That's amazing, Celeste.
yeah.
200 doors is a lot of
It's really not.
Oh, hey, I like it all.
She only had one naysayer get.
Only one little naysayer. Well, I know. But
I
that's
said, you're not
okay.
taking people off. You're not talking to enough people.
Well, that's what Jennifer Kelly said. If I don't get at least one of these a day, then I'm not doing my job.
Yeah,
That's right.
don't have Peters, you're not.
Yeah.
doing it.
Oh, yeah.
What else is going on?
All good.
All right. Nothing. Let's talk today.
I felt like the weekend was pretty good. In
Yeah.
terms of buyers getting out there and gas prices edged down just
A little,
but
thank goodness.
makes everybody
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah. Makes me really happy. But actually I got gas in Southern Indiana and it was really cheap the other day and I was like, wow. You don't notice it until it gets really expensive and then, but that is also, I understand it's a privilege not to have to look at the gas prices, but when they get expensive, it's crazy, but well, the office had a great May. So you guys have 20-something thousand in profit share paid out last month. How much was it? You know, off the top of your head, something like that. So that's huge. So you guys have been very productive. And you guys, if you're referring people in, you get a piece of that money. Because yeah, that's just so you guys know, I mean, that's best in class right now, Keller Williams wide, of how this office is doing. So you should be really proud of yourselves. Very productive. All right, today I'm gonna go through a couple things and we've got some upcoming events that, wanna talk about and then we're gonna talk to Patrick a little bit and then we have a vendor at the end, so. Happy birthday to all the June birthdays.
You're a lot.
A lot of them. Yeah.
Wow, so what's not 10 months before June? June,
Christmas.
Christmas, Thanksgiving,
Well, I guess.
Halloween.
Yeah, I don't know.
Halloween.
There are a lot of June birthdays. What do you mean? So, yeah, and Melissa too. Your June birthday. I didn't know that. Okay, well, awesome. Well, we don't have any today.
Mark Rankin, so all these Taurus people, there's so many Tauruses.
Oh, Cancer, what are the days? Gemini.
Gemini.
Gemini, okay,
Taurus is the beginning part of the month, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
in April. And then, welcome, and a couple of these have been here for a few weeks, but Sean, Haley, Shannon, Patrick, and Darlene in the month of May. So welcome officially. Hello. How are you? And congratulations to those people who sponsored an agent in May.
What does that mean?
Through your profit share tree.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll be on there next month. Well, we'll talk about your other two referrals, but they're still in your down. You can grow your profit share tree even when they join other Keller Williams offices. We want them here, but even when it's not the best for them,
Yeah.
you can still grow your profit share tree. So we talked about good stuff, but any bucket fills?
I have one. Annie is amazing. She is starting a social media. Challenge. I know, right? She's starting a social media challenge and everybody, I hope everybody does it.
I did
We all did, or I did my gratitude yesterday. I posted my son.
I love seeing all these posts.
It's amazing, and we're tagging Keller Williams Seven Hills too, and like it's creating so much traffic on all of our pages and our Keller Williams page. So if we can continue to do this, you guys, your businesses will grow and the market center will grow. So
What is trending today?
try and do it.
Just changing out your Facebook user, your header, which I included a bunch of ones that you can use or you can make your own. And if you're not, I just need some like graphics or whatever if you want to.
Where?
Like the background picture?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you posting it in just the Facebook group?
Yeah,
Okay.
So you're posting in the Facebook group every day what they should do
Yes.
on theirs. Okay. So then go to Seven Hills closed group, pick your task for the day.
Yeah.
And then do it.
And
You'll see a bunch
also,
of people yesterday posting it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
And
works
if you
too.
guys listen to the MREA podcast, I didn't finish it, but I
Yeah,
started
yesterday.
it this morning. It was about social media. So Annie, you should listen to that.
should.
It's like 30 minutes. I listened to half of it on the way here, but she talks about there's like 9 different, she's a real estate social media coach. And she talks about 9 different ways that you need to produce content and like how to influence your clients, and it goes right along with your challenge. So
My
Awesome.
thought was like, I don't know, there's so much information about how to use social media. There's so many like strategies and
Yeah.
everyone you listen to, there's so many different things and I feel the same way about, I'm like, it makes me overwhelmed. But I'm like, at the end of the day, everything that we do is just about consistency. And so it's like, should you have strategy? Sure. Also, do you need to be consistent and which one is more important? I feel like consistency, especially in the beginning, like just do that. Just be consistent. And then once the habit is built, then try to figure out a strategy behind it. But
Yeah.
really,
I know. I know I need to get more consistent with it. So having a prompt from you every day
It's helpful.
creates that habit.
Yeah, that really helps.
I ended up sharing a post
You're like,
yesterday
"What? I
because
don't have to think about
I
it.
was seeing your stuff and I was like, okay, I'll share it.
yeah, that was the idea. It's just like, just follow along. That way you don't have to think about it. And in this month, be like, oh, this was easy. And then I can show you guys how to build a calendar because it is the easiest thing you'll ever do. And it's like, is there a lot of strategy behind this calendar? No. But do I care? No. You know, it's like I just wanna do it and I don't wanna think about it.
So,
Right, yeah.
yeah, we got to listen to James Shaw yesterday on our leadership call for the region, and he was also saying, you know, just take it back one extra step when somebody comments. Or when you comment, like you can just DM them and say, hey, thanks for your comment. I know you said that so and so is graduating this year, and you know, bring it to something in real estate versus their life changes or through their life changes or whatever it is that they're posting about. And that extra step just reminds them about real estate, right?
And by the way, anybody who doesn't listen to James Shaw every
Yeah.
morning. Pivot Shift.
Who doesn't know what the pivot shift group is?
Does anybody know? It's on,
The new
it's
one.
on Facebook, it's called Pivot Shift Ahead, it's free. You join the call every morning from 7:30 to 8:30.
Love that.
They have music that starts out and there's over 1,000 people on the call. And it's highly successful agents selling hundreds of houses to new agents just starting out. And he has, it's just great. I listen to it every morning when I walk. It is so enlightening, it's encouraging. I recommend anybody to join, it costs nothing.
What's it called?
It's called Pivot Shift Ahead. It's on Facebook, or you can look up James Shaw. Pivot Shift Ahead.
So James Shaw is an iconic Keller Williams figure. He was a team leader from 2008 to 2016, and then he's held some various positions within Keller Williams International. He's master faculty, he's all the things, and he runs that group. It actually started like the first week of COVID. And it was a daily Zoom call to get through COVID, and it's just continued to bloom.
1,000 people a day are on that call.
And they have guest speakers, they have like a networking time before, so like 7:30, you log in, you can network and talk.
Yeah.
And then at, I think 8, it
It
starts.
starts,
all.
yeah, he does it through Instagram,
Yeah.
and then if you missed it, you can go to Spotify and listen to it. He has another group called Inspire, which is a little step up, that's like $100 a month. I don't do Inspire, I just do.
Yeah, the-
Pivot Shift Ahead.
It's
But
great.
he's he's kind of nerdy, but he's amazing, I love him. He's got such a great way about it, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll learn a lot, I think.
Yes, thank you, because
Yeah.
he is great.
Thanks.
He's only a little pick me up in the morning. Okay, obviously you're here for the team meeting. We do have headshots today. That are free for you guys from Next Door Photos, provides those for free.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
The calendar.
I should have looked at the calendar.
Signed up
on my calendar.
Okay.
I didn't see it on the
Yeah.
calendar. I know, and they might be full this session.
They come once a month.
Yeah, they do come up, they do come.
Yeah,
up.
so if you, next time you get that email, you can sign up,
I didn't see it,
but he might have a spot or two if we check, yeah.
I'm
Usually
sure.
somebody
Yeah.
cancels, so. Yeah, but it's real estate agent, you gotta.
So real pretty good.
Right, alright, and then,
That's not a Wednesday.
tomorrow, Lynn's going to advance in Pittsburgh at 10. And then, Jennifer and Doug are also teaching the shift series over at the Spree Group office on Wednesdays and Thursdays in the afternoons for the
Who's
next.
teaching that?
Doug and Jennifer Baldwin
Oh,
are
okay.
teaching that at the Spree Group office Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
So they're going through all the shift tactics.
Okay, when does that start?
It
Tomorrow?
started,
Oh, it started
it
already.
started already or last
It
year?
did start like last week.
Yeah, last week.
You go to?
But they're individual classes. They're not like,
Okay,
there's
it's not like you have
building-
to have
yeah,
one
no.
and two, you
Yeah.
have three. Okay.
Those would also be great events to invite our friends from other brokerages to that don't
Yeah.
experience classes like that. So think about that, just when you go to a class, bring a friend with you.
Yeah.
And then, I know you guys should be in the loop of the transition from DocuSign to Lone Wolf, so Lindsay and also Scholar of Marketing has a bunch of classes, so if you can't attend in person, you can also do the recorded ones. You should be moving to Lone Wolf this month because we will lose access to DocuSign if you're on that, or if you're using another platform. I mean, you can still do whatever you want. But the Keller Williams provided DocuSign is going away as of July 14th. Are you tracking that?
But how do we get Lone Wolf set up?
You
We're gonna-
have an
We're
account.
gonna attend a class, there's a class that Lindsay
So,
teaches every Friday.
Yeah, so there are classes, but you have an account that's connected to Command.
Yeah.
You just need to go in and log in.
And
It's
you can
there.
go to command and there's all kinds of classes,
Yeah.
use it.
So you have an account already, you just need to log in and
Yeah.
get started, okay. And then you will have the ability to go log, save all your DocuSign files, we will do that from the office side as well, but you'll have the ability to go export everything and save it. Okay. Mega Camp is coming up in August, and they just announced Simon Sinek is gonna be our keynote speaker, so that's exciting. So he's an author, speaker, he's
Motivational guy,
you know what?
motivational speaker,
Okay.
book author, you know, rock God, do your stuff.
Usually those are pretty good though,
Rob
like
Roddy is
last
yeah.
time was Gary V and
No, but he's not
the other one.
a
He's not Gary V, he's pretty big though.
Jay Shetty.
Jay Shetty, yeah.
Shetty.
I watched the Chris Rock roast thing and I saw him in the audience. I was like, wait, I've seen him before. Yeah, it's fun. Okay. Career night is June 18th this month. If you have any friends that are interested in a career in real estate, we are also offering the full free license course through Kaplan. It's only a $99 fee. So the cheapest Ohio class I've found right now is the CE shop that's running 40% off is $659. So for $99, they can get their entire pre-licensing 100 hours. So they have to come to career night or watch. We have a virtual career night they can do if they can't make it in person. But I highly recommend sending them to career night. We do talk about real life real estate too and how to be successful, not just hey, sign up. Because we don't want them going through that thinking, hey, I'm gonna get my license and the phone's gonna ring. That's what I get. You wish. Or the I love to look at houses.
Yeah.
Is what I go, why real estate? I just love to look at houses. And I'm like, great, that is the reward we get when we do our job.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get one more shot, because I don't think I got
Yeah.
very clear.
I have a friend, but he works thirds, so he probably would have to be able to cover it.
Yeah, he can, there's a virtual recorded career night that he can do. Just send them our way.
Yeah, I sold him his house and well, we've been friends forever, but he's like been chopping at the bit the last year. He's like, really interested in me, let's go.
Yeah, if he comes, then he gets like, who does it, you or Tara?
Career night? Either one of us.
Okay.
Yeah, I did it last time, but Tara's done it a couple times, yeah. I need to come to one of Tara's, so I don't know how she does it. So a couple more announcements and then we'll get to talking to Patrick, but do you wanna talk about what the ALC is doing?
Say I can talk about it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Guys, if you, I guess. We are doing Pride this year. It's June 27th. And we have a float and, a lot of things to set up for. So there's a couple of different opportunities if you scan that QR code. So you can help, we need 2 people to come to Ashley DeGiorgio's, on Friday night to help build the house that goes on the trailer. We need a couple of coolers and water, so there's signups for that. We also need like about 6 people to be there downtown at 8 AM to decorate said float. We need some decorations purchased and taken to Ashley's to decorate float. We also need people to walk with the float during the parade. So the parade starts at 11 and then we're gonna walk with it. And then if you walk with it, you can't run off. You have to help us disassemble the float. And then afterwards, we have the festival during the day. So you guys can rent hours in the booth. So we have a booth. It costs us like $400 to get it from 12 to 8. So every hour is $50 donation. And you can promote yourself at the booth. So you can hand out your business cards, your contact information, and that's how you can capture leads. The float will obviously have Keller Williams 7 Hills on it and it'll be an advertisement, but that's your chance to actually talk to people and share your contact information. So you can sign up. There's only 1 slot every hour. So once it's filled, it's done. So if you want to promote yourself at the event, you need to sign up for a slot now. We also have t-shirts that are on this QR code. So if you want a t-shirt, you have to register on there, tell me what size and tell me how many you want. They're $25 each. Anything we make over the cost of the t-shirts will be donated to KW Cares. So we're not profiting, we're just trying to make sure that we have enough money for the t-shirts. T-shirts are really cute. They're hot pink and they've got a flag and like stuff on them. I didn't even do it. It wasn't me. But somebody was like, I bet Matthew likes, they're hot pink, they're real cute. And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. So we had a meeting about it yesterday. We need to have an idea of who's coming and what we're doing. So if you do plan to join us, please go ahead and scan that and let me have your information. And I don't know, there might be inflatable unicorns on my body for the event. So
So June 27th.
yeah,
Okay, we talked a little bit about Lone Wolf, but here's your opportunity for classes. So we've got in-person options and virtual options. So Friday, 10 o'clock with Lindsay here. If you're, this room should be full of people.
yes.
If you
Yes,
can attend,
so if
but-
they don't show up and they start complaining about, don't know how to do it.
Yeah, you can't call me at
Yeah.
8 p.m.
Or
on
your
Friday.
virtual.
Why not?
How do I do this?
What I will tell you is you will actually love Lone Wolf. If I don't know many people that love DocuSign.
I'll confess, I hated it.
So-
Like DocLoop was so easy for me,
Yeah,
like,
but-
and just so streamlined, but then I knew that this was coming, so like.
Yeah.
Even though the last two deals, like I tried to like navigate through it and I cheated and went back to DocLoop. I was like, this is.
Well, yeah, but
Okay.
it does have an MLS integration, which is great, so your double entry stuff is not the same and it's a lot easier to use, so you will love it. Have you tried it? Okay, the other big thing is we are launching Breakthrough 120. On June 22nd through the 26th. So Breakthrough 120 is a redeveloped class that is replacing Ignite. If you've taken Ignite, the Breakthrough 120 is a 5-day course that really is meant to help you do 9 transactions in 120 days. So I would say it's sort of like a bridge from like Ignite to Bold, if you've heard of those. So I highly recommend coming to Breakthrough 120. The Commonwealth office in Lexington did that. They had some really good success, and a lot of even productive agents were in the room to kind of reset their business and learn kind of. It's even got a social media day and everything in there. So highly recommend doing Breakthrough 120, even if you're an experienced agent. Come in the room. It's only 5 days class from 9 to 1. So last week of June. Well, after last week. And then you can get a guide from Lauren, so she can. Are you doing the binders?
Yeah, we're gonna do
Yeah.
the official, like, has your name on the front. There is a small cost for it, because it's a pretty, like, 100-page binder of material.
Yeah, just the
you
cost
get
of
it
us
printed
printing
out,
it.
yeah, print it, and have your name on the front, and that'll be your full Breakthrough 120 guide. You'll get before the class. You can take some little pictures of you with it to promote, the class itself, and then you'll have it.
All right, Patrick, you can come up. So who has not had the opportunity to meet Patrick? Quite a few. Okay. So Patrick officially started last week, but we had our virtual team meeting. But I'm really excited to have Patrick. I've been talking to Patrick for a couple months now about the opportunity to lead this office as our team leader, and he officially started last Tuesday. So we gave him a week to settle in. So, I'll be up here this week 1 day, next week 2 days. So kind of as much as I can to help him get started and help him support you guys. But I wanted to take an opportunity to sit down and help you guys get to know him and a little bit of his history, and then I'll open it up for anything you guys want to ask him or want to know about him.
Smoke shop. Patrick.
You know, yeah.
As long as you don't have like dreads, you're good. That's good. That's what you look like right now.
Yeah. It's not like,
I keep it clean.
I feel like it's not a true realtor photo because it's not like 20 years old.
Yeah.
Correct.
They're all like 20 years old.
I understand, how do you pronounce your last name?
Gonigal,
McGonagall.
McGonagall.
the same way as they did in the Harry Potter
Yeah.
book.
McGonagall.
I mean,
And tell us about where you came from.
yeah, he's gonna, so,
I jumped in a little early. so-
no, you're good, you're right on. I don't have a formal presentation here, guys. I mean, really, I just wanted an opportunity for him to introduce himself and get to know you guys and chat. So it's pretty informal, so keep it up. That's fine. So tell us who you are and a little bit about your life experience too.
Do we start at the beginning, like Goonies? Like, fifth grade, I kicked my sister down the thing, no?
No, but
Um,
you're competitive because
So
you're an
I,
athlete.
so yeah, so I'm originally from Maryland, that's where I was born and raised, and then, I went to college at the University of Louisville, where, 100 pounds ago, I was a swimmer. So, I was a D1 swimmer, and then, I met my wife. My wife was from Northern Kentucky, and she said, when we have kids, we'll raise them in Northern Kentucky, and our daughter, if we have a daughter, she'll go to the same high school I went to. And now that I've been in Cincinnati, greater Cincinnati for a long time, I completely understand that every woman in Cincinnati says that.
That is when people meet you, I
Yeah.
realize
very
they go,
important
where
that
did you go to high school?
Yeah, and it's very important where you went to high school. And then so I have a daughter, she just finished her freshman year at Old Miss,
Potty time.
taking after Maggie. And then my son will be a freshman at Cupcake next year. My professional life, really started in medical device sales. And I kind of worked my way up, and I traveled a ton. And then when you had two young kids, it's really hard to travel, especially if you like being a parent and you want to be a parent. So at some point I was like, I want to be home. I didn't have kids not to be a dad. And so, I came across a company that was helping doctors find space for their office. And I was like, that's it. And so, yeah, I quit my corporate America job and became a real estate agent. I've never done a residential deal. And so for the last 10 years, I've been doing, commercial real estate. 90% of my deals have been in the healthcare space, helping doctors of some sort, one way or the other, find a space, whether that be leasing or purchasing or land or whatever that is, build to suit. So when I met with Kelly, I was like, well, I've transacted before, but I've never sold a home. I don't have any interest in selling a home, but I think there's a lot of similarities, especially for me, because I didn't work with like Christ or St. E's or, any of the big ones. I mainly worked with independently owned healthcare providers. So it was a one-on-one relationship. So I do understand that I wasn't spending private equity money. I was spending someone's real money. So I think that's the similarity to residential, right? It's not just an open checkbook. There were budgets that we had to deal with, things like that. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing, and then Kelly reached out and I was excited. I'm excited to be here. It's been 5 days of fun.
Yeah. I mean, it is a fun job. When I started as a team leader, I would have agents, which already happened to Patrick his second day, and they go, "Oh man, why would you want that job?" And they would say that to me all the time. And I'm like, "It's a great job. What do you mean?" Like, I loved it. I still love it, because we get to work with you all and support you to grow your businesses. And I do get my weekends off. So sorry, guys, but I love that part of it. And like Patrick, helping and supporting, because we know what this industry can be, so many things so many different things to so many people. And we get to share that with everything. I mentioned we were meeting with an agent this morning, but it was really cool because she was in the corporate world. She was also in real estate, but her husband was an investor for 15 years. She's really interested in buying more investment properties. So I was thinking about like the leadership team we're building, even though they're like almost like subject matter experts in each one of the fields, which I really liked, because to her, a broker that's doing investments in property management, she was like, "Oh, I'm super interested in commercial." And then you got Annie at the social media, and like I would say the customer experience queen, because that's how I think of you and your business, is like you, not that other people aren't, but you deliver the experience for your clients. And so you kind of have like a good mix of people and more on top of that. So I'm excited about the commercial experience too, because we as a company have KW Commercial nationwide, and we have some people here that kind of do some commercial or dabble in commercial, which is fine. Yeah.
But we don't really, it would be great to have somebody who can lead us in that.
Yeah, so
More, yeah.
we've talked about, and we've met with KW Commercial nationally about kind of just thinking about how we create a commercial division here, but I told Patrick we'll give him 90 or 120 days first.
Yeah, give me a heads up too, so I can learn all the things.
Yeah,
So when I get called.
yeah, so we'll, you know, we've got some ideas to help us grow that way, because what I learned in interviewing him, the commercial agents pay a lot of money to be, I knew that, but I learned more about it. They pay a lot of their commission, and if they're doing like something like what he was doing, they're
What
not,
do
you
you
don't
mean they
need all
pay a
that,
lot of it commission?
like 50-50 on every deal.
With KW.
No, at other like where he
At,
started
like,
out.
at the big firm,
Oh,
so,
okay,
so
yeah.
like a,
Like a cap doesn't exist in
Yeah.
the commercial world.
okay,
you
Yeah.
can tier up, but there's always a split. You don't cap,
it's a hefty split.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. So
Yeah.
we have opportunity to help, you know, commercial agents that don't need, and they do provide a lot for that split. It's not, I'm not knocking, you know, them doing that, but there are people who don't value all of that for half of their commission. So we have the opportunity, like Keller Williams' sweet spot in commercial is something like what Patrick was doing, or, you know, I'm gonna buy a building for a business, or I'm gonna lease a space, something like that. It's not gonna be your class A office space rental, or, you know, leases and things like that, but it's gonna be something helping business owners, and those people are our residential clients too. So you're gonna come across leads, and if you do enough residential business, you're gonna have commercial leads. So we wanna have, you don't have to become a commercial specialist or even handle the deal. You can refer it to somebody who can take care of them and still earn a referral fee, right? So. Yeah, what do you think about team leader after a week?
yeah, I mean, it's good, right? The reason I took the job was because I mean, I like obviously engaging with people. And you know, I want to help. I mean, that's kind of like, you know, help people who help people. That was kind of the reason I got into like doing commercial real estate in the first place, because you know, the big firms, they typically go after the big companies, right? So I'm sitting here looking at Nordstrom and Bank of America and all that, Great Barrel, like they hire the big firms. But like an independently owned business provider, somebody who owns a nail salon, somebody who owns a chiropractic office, the big firms don't really want to deal with them. They don't want that business. They don't want those one-offs. And so I would always tell people like, I'm the guy that helps people, that actually helps people, right? Like your pediatrician, you know, they're independently owned. They're not, they don't have a multi-million-dollar commercial real estate company helping them. So, and that's kind of how I saw this role, honestly. The fact that you don't really have anybody here who specializes in that. And just kind of where I'm at in life, you know, when you have kids that are transitioning out of your house, and you know, you're not as hands-on as a parent anymore, you're kind of coaching
Now you
them.
have a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the reason I wanted the job.
I think there's, you know, my vision for the right team leader here is to do what we're already starting to do, which I've been able to connect with some of you guys in the last couple months. Obviously not everybody that I'd like to, because I'm only here 1 or 2 days a week. And I'm gonna still come up as Patrick even gets settled, because I like being here and I like interacting with you guys. And by the way, I'm here if you need anything at all. But it's to grow, you know, the team leader's role is the growth of the office. That's 2 things. And the team leader is responsible for the whole office, meaning we're responsible to make sure that you guys have what you need and are, you know, we're delivering on the value proposition that we promise you for the money you pay us, right? And our job is to help that you grow a business and reach your goals. I'm pretty big on the fact that we don't have goals for you. It's your business. Like, we're the foundation for you to build your business on top of. And so whatever that means to you, I know a couple of you have reached out about coaching, and that's absolutely something that we can provide as myself and Patrick in the team leader space. I understand that with the lack of the full leadership team here, that hasn't happened at a high level, but we are here for that. So obviously there is the productivity coaching program for the the daily, weekly coaching that you need when you're launching a business or restarting your business. But we're also here for that middle or top agent too, to do some one-on-one coaching there. So we're more than happy to meet with you. And when we do that really well and we help you grow, then you will also help us with referrals so we can grow the office that way. And that is not, you know, we do need to grow from outside because you all are sitting here, but there's how many people are we thinking here? 30 people? There's 210 people in this office that aren't in this room today. That doesn't mean they're not where they need to be right now, because hopefully they're working on a deal or spending time with their family or on a vacation. I don't know. But the fact is that we have to grow through adding talent that values our culture and our value proposition, because real estate is a high turnover business. And so just like you need to grow your own database because people move out of town, unfortunately, people pass away. Unfortunately, they move into assisted living where they don't have a real estate need anymore, right? And so if you don't grow your database every single day, it will wither away, right? Fair? And so the market center is similar. And you can see when we do have great, months, especially in a row where we're bringing in a lot of talent and a lot of great agents that we want to be in business with, that energy feels different, right? Our classrooms are full, our office space is full, and it's an exciting place to be. And on top of that, our market share, our profit share, all of that grows, which helps you in your value proposition to your clients, right? So you get more excited about coming in because you've got more friends, you got more colleagues. What's awesome about this office is you guys are being highly productive. Like when we get to meet with an agent like this morning, she's fresh on my mind, so I keep mentioning it, but no one's in her office. She wants to leave because there's no one, all the people around her are not doing any business. And she's frustrated because the environment is not what's going to get her motivated to grow a business, right? So I'm going through this because I want you to understand why the growth is important. Like when we're asking you for a referral, it's because we don't want a cold call, just like you don't want to. But if we have to, that goes against the time we get to coach and be with you guys face to face. Make sense? So we love the opportunity to serve your referrals, and they're also good people. I can look around this room and see who was already referred to us in the last 6 months, and I'm very happy you guys are here. And that's how the world works of growth, right? We help you grow and you help us grow. So I would ask, if I could ask for you for one thing, is to support him through introductions to other agents that need to be here. And I know without a doubt that this is one of the best offices in the country. Like you guys are rocking it. So I feel like we're doing someone a disservice if we don't give them the opportunity to meet with us. It's my little rant, but Dawn's shaking her head. She knows. You've been other places, huh?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's funny, so many people in the agents, especially groups on Facebook, there are so many agents right now, I've only sold one deal. What's going on? What's good about your brokerage? What do you love about it? And I always comment growth. This
Yeah.
company is and this office is so dedicated to your growth. You tell them what you want to do, they try to make it happen for you and grow you and on that path, so that's really important.
Yeah.
I agree with that, seeing it 2 other brokerages that were definitely supportive in their own ways, and even the last one was that had great educations like that, but then it was really lacking on the leadership level.
Yeah.
I loved the manager that I had, but she was spread so thin and had her hands in so many things that it was just impossible to get that traction. So coming into this environment after that, it's so refreshing, especially after being in it for 6 years and having the ups and downs whenever, to come into such an infectious environment where it's let's get it going. It's been
Awesome. Well, so what else do you want to know about Patrick? What questions? Emily's ready to go. Although got some one-on-one time later. But
Are the properties that you do commercial, are they always like high end, like in perfect condition?
No,
Do you have rundown pieces that people want to come in and do work on? I guess that's my question,
yeah,
experience on that side
There-
too.
I would say no to the rundown.
Okay.
So, So the big term in commercial is turnkey, right? So this office. Is built for our needs. This office is not built for a veterinarian,
Yeah.
Right.
right? So that's the big thing you come across in commercial, right? For the most part, I don't know how many deals, I can't put a percentage on it, but extremely high percent is the process is go see the property, visualize the property, bring in a contractor, get the plans, go through the due diligence, get the budgets, take it to the bank approves it, then we can close. It's not, I understand that there's flippers, renovating kitchens, renovating bathrooms, but for the most part, you could probably go and live there. You just may not be happy. So that's a big thing. So you will get a building that is the right size and the right location, and then nothing else works. And so.
The numbers you need for the renovation.
Well, just the
whatever.
building,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
built out. It used,
Yeah.
it was a veterinarian office and I am a sandwich shop.
Yeah.
So I have to gut the building and then while I'm gutting the building, I might as well redo the exterior. Right? So. No, for the most part, you would get. Location is probably the more important in commercial.
Yeah.
Because what do you want, right? Once again, we're in this office building right here. No one really knows we're here except for you guys. And then when you invite people here, no one knows we're here. If we were McDonald's, this location wouldn't work for us. Right? They want to be seen. They need signage. They need, the Dunkin' Donuts that's in the strip center on Buttermilk is now moving to a standalone building because they need a drive-through.
right.
So it's like some places don't work for others. And so that's really the main thing is getting them to the right. So that's the first thing that like Annie actually referred me to somebody. I don't say like, tell me about the location you're looking for. No, tell me your business.
Right,
What is your business?
Yeah.
right.
And then we can go, so that's, you didn't ask that, but that is the approach that I will take
Got it.
to this role.
Yeah.
Like, tell me your business. Cause I understand like some people are doing, just because you're all residential agents, doesn't mean you're all doing the same thing.
Right.
Some are listing specialists, some are buyer specialists, some are investors, some are renovate, whatever it is. Tell me about your business first and then we will come up with a plan on how we can help you grow.
Got it.
I wouldn't assume to know your business without
Right.
asking you about it first.
Yeah.
Yes,
Are you only Kentucky?
no, I'm Ohio,
You all,
yes, yeah,
She's not licensed.
I'm not actually licensed in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just live there.
I just live there,
white.
cause of my wife.
Good man. Yeah. But I will say, I mean, we have some plans for commercial division and he will still transact some business, but his primary role is gonna be the team leader here. So he's actually gonna, and there's some plans with his daughter studying real estate to transition that over, but I want you to know, like, he will do business and he will take your referrals, but that's not his primary focus going forward.
Right.
or is it the same thing as like our residential license that it's state made and you have to go get?
Yeah.
Same license.
It's just-
Yeah, you're technically licensed to do
Oh, yeah,
commercial.
I just didn't know if there was like anything extra. that you had to do,
Yeah,
like, also.
What I would say to anyone thinking about it, and Keller Williams has a 8-week course now that will introduce you to commercial real estate. You don't have to join KW Commercial. You can, when you're finished the 8 weeks, it's like $500. It's like $250 for 2 months. I think, don't quote me on that, but it's, but they will take you through an 8-week course about learning. And that course is sort of to determine if you want to do commercial or not. Because it is a whole, I say the wild, wild west of things, like, they don't have standard listing agreements and I mean, they can create them, but you don't get them from the board. And then you're working with a lot of attorneys and stuff like that, so we definitely want you to go find leads. And then, work with a specialist to get it done, but you can, so if you're interested and we're more than happy to put you on that path to do commercial. I like to say that it's in your code of ethics, you're a realtor, to work within your competency. And you don't do things outside of what, like, I have this question all the time, especially new agents will ask me like, what's required of me? Like, do you have a quota or do you have, and I'm like, no, but I do require you to be the agent that your client deserves when they hire you. And that has to do with being confident and being resourceful. You have all the resources to ask a question, and get guidance on the next steps, and we're here to help, but like, be the agent that your client deserves. And that's the same with commercial, like, don't sign up to serve somebody, you have no idea what to do. Yeah, what else we got for Patrick?
I'm learning I need to get a life in real estate, so what do you think to do for fun?
Ah.
What's your balance? What do you do for balance?
Yeah, before this job, driving my kid around,
Yeah.
right?
He's a swimmer too.
Yeah, he is, he's very busy, honestly, like, that's probably the one thing that I lack, I don't have a lot of hobbies.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
sports fan, yeah, I'm a big sports fan, we watch a lot of sports.
You're into the swim team stuff.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
like the president of the booster club at
yeah, I
school,
was very
yeah.
involved, I did like, I like to get out and meet people regardless, so I was very involved in my kids' school. I was kind of the person when we needed to gather volunteers, that was kind of my job, and I was the treasurer of the boosters and. Assistant director of the fish fry and head of the, on the Oktoberfest committee, all that kind of stuff, right? So. I know a lot of people in Northern Kentucky, but
So he doesn't know this, but that is one of the strongest reasons that he's sitting right here. Is one, he has a really good background in, like, was a national sales manager and has a leadership experience that way. Outside of real estate, let's forget about the real estate for a minute. But he said to me in one of the first times I met him that he was like the mayor of the school. And I was like, that's a team leader. Like, that was impressive to me because it takes a lot of desire to actually want to help and really be there for people. So I never said that to you, but
yeah.
that got you here, definitely.
So it is actually my 30th high school reunion this year. So I graduated in 1996. And so they put together a board of like, hey, we gotta, like, let's drive as many, because it's also 150 years from my high school.
Oh, wow.
So they put together a board and we were on the call last night at 9 o'clock. And there's 8 of us, and one of the guys said, well, I mean, other than like calling everybody that we graduated with, which no one wants to do. And I immediately told you, I was like, call them. I'm like, give me their number, I'll call. I'm like, I'd love to call. Like,
Yeah.
let's go. Like, hey, we haven't talked in 30 years, but how's life? You know?
Like, even this last week,
Yeah.
I came up Tuesday and Wednesday last week, so I did spend his first 2 days with him, but then and I'm like, well, here, we'll deal with this next week, and he's like, I'll call him right now, and I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
So it's been great.
I need some of that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, I already called all these ladies, and I'm like, thank you. It was really good.
Love people and talking.
It's a case by case basis.
We did have we had one recruit, our first recruit appointment, he was like, yeah, we don't need her.
That's the one thing I do have to get better about, like, coming from corporate America. I do like, oh, you come to an appointment on time. You
Right.
show up ready. You look professional. If you're not, if you're running late, you apologize, you call ahead, like that kind of. That threw me off. I'll be honest, that threw me off,
Yeah.
right?
We
And
don't
so,
hire everyone we meet
so,
with.
but this one today, she was late, but as soon as she had called Polly.
Yeah.
As soon as she got in, she apologized. And then it was just like, she
She's
looked,
aware of it.
she
Oh,
looked
yeah.
the
She
part,
was
Wasn't like she's
professional.
entitled
she
to.
looked
She
the
was
part
great.
and she was ready. She,
People think that their time is more
yeah.
important than your time, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, we had a no-show this morning too, so that's
Yeah.
what happens.
Of wall.
It's okay.
It happened.
That's okay.
You
It's,
can speak truth in my office whenever you need to.
Yeah.
Come on.
So that may be, I'll lean on you guys a little bit for that, about like, hey, maybe a little softer next time. But other than that, my hobbies, I listen to country music, but I listen to all kind of music. Today I was listening to the 90s channel. Really good. Probably not the greatest thing, but I can drink a lot of beer on Friday night. Typically at the neighborhood pool in the summertime.
I
I heard there's a yacht club though.
Yes, there's a yacht club. Annie and I will go there once.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's-
yeah.
Like how.
I just wanna know if they have a pool table.
I don't think.
All right,
It sounds fun.
But,
maybe I'll go.
yeah,
No, we'll get, we should go.
yeah. I cut my own grass, very particular about how my front yard looks.
Fun fact.
Yeah,
All right. Love that. What else they got for Patrick? Well, he is very excited to get to know all of you. Another thing I like is he sees somebody in the office and we were doing something, he goes, no, I have to go say hello to that person because I haven't met them yet. So I
like that about.
yeah, I've been, it's great to have that. So he does want to meet with all of you, and get to know you, or at least spend a couple minutes of, or sit down with you. So we've got a calendar link for him that I'll either get someone to send out, or put on the Facebook page so you can grab some time, some one-on-one time and sit down so he can learn about your business too. So we'll get that out, I'll say by the end of this week, try not to overload him the first 2 weeks, but that's a primary goal for the first 45 days or so, is to meet all of you guys first. While we're doing some of the growth stuff, but that's not the highest priority right now, you guys are. So I want y'all to fill his calendar with some one-on-one time.
yeah, so in the process, when I was meeting with the ACL,
ALC.
the ALC.
Yeah, he's gotta learn the Keller Williams.
I gotta learn all the stuff, right?
Acronyms, yeah.
So,
There's a lot of them.
I actually have a cheat sheet for you.
Yeah, that's
We'll
what I
print it out.
I need that.
Melissa's like, I know.
one of the things that we discussed is, like what happens if somebody comes to me and I don't know? So there's a great scene in the movie Creed that has Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone, where Michael B. Jordan is Apollo Creed's son, and he goes to Philadelphia to train with Rocky. And he's like, hey, Rock, like, you're not here all the time, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. And he explains to him, like, no, I'm always here, but I can't do everything. And so that is my answer to you. As you get to know me and I get to know you, I'm happy to have you come to me first. And then there's gonna be times where I'm gonna say, this is really awesome, we're gonna go to Annie. This is even better, we're gonna go to Maggie. This is amazing, we're gonna go to Melissa. And I'm gonna get you to the right person. Until, and maybe always that's their wheelhouse. But I don't know, it sounds cliche, but I hope that everybody finds me approachable and I'm here to help.
That's great. Yeah, great, thank you. All right. We have our vendor. Hello, thanks for sitting with us.
Thanks for your time, Kelly.
Yeah. I'm glad you're here. No, so I'm excited. So, you ready?
I am
You
Greg.
got the last couple minutes.
Is the presentation loaded there?
Is it,
Yeah.
yeah, you can just put the. Thank you so much.
I promise there will not be a test.
Thank you.
This will help you follow along in my discussion. This is more about telling you about the psychology of statement versus I felt that you could.
Hey Greg, do you have more of these?
Yeah,
That you're leaving?
like for our clients.
These are excellent, the whole oxytocin thing. It's in my.
Sarah, I'll pass it out.
I'll pass it out.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
When you said.
Yeah, exactly. I love these. I use them in my seller packets.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Would it be helpful just to get like a digital copy you guys can edit?
I like the digital, but I'm a paper person
Yeah.
too, so.
I think it's digital.
You need behind, it's a great professional lead.
What's the best way? Just like send it to Lindsay or somebody?
Yeah, Lauren. Yeah.
There's actually, I think your assistant helped, like, if you walk into the entrance of our office.
Are those all gone?
Against that
Yes,
main
they are.
wall, there's yeah, that's what we need there. On,
Sorry, but
In
I
the
send them out
frame.
all the time.
yeah,
Alright, so just. Happy birthday to all June birthdays, first of all. I'm I'm also a June birthday. Yeah, thank you. So, I'm gonna talk a little about, one thing I realized is that a lot of the realtors that I work with, they're just, infatuated with staging because it really helps them sell the house quickly and for more money. Where they struggle the most is often with trying to convince the seller that this is the best option for them. So, this presentation today is mainly just to talk about other angles that we can use to convince the seller that this is in their best interest. So one of the things we often hear, like, well, house furniture going to sell my home, right? So we're not really putting furniture in a home. That's not really our objective. Our objective is to make the house look more elevated and beautiful than it actually is or was, in order to create emotion. So we're all centered around creating emotion to the actual buyer of the home, because it's the emotion that sells the home. It's the emotion is where, in an empty home, you can't talk about having Christmas in this empty corner, right? But you can paint the idea into their head when they're already starting to fall in love with space. So we're really trying to get, the first one is obvious. There's even virtual staging to get people in the door, but once they're in the door, virtual staging is often a letdown. It actually creates a negative perception of, this isn't the home I wanted to see, right? So I think we talked about this a bit before. They would usually decide about 8 to 12 seconds whether or not they want to stay around in the home. In a vacant home, the average buyer spends an entire 9 minutes in the home. In a occupied or a well-staged home, they spend up to 40 minutes on average. We had a realtor over here who said, yeah, had a guy that he lingered for an hour. And what had happened is maybe this would be my safety tip today. I guess while the realtor was showing other clients during the open house, he was going around opening up windows so he could gain access the night before.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Did he steal?
They could not figure out why he was doing that because the home itself was empty at the time. So it was just a really bizarre situation. They ended up catching the guy, from what I understand.
So did he go back into the house?
That was his intention, for whatever reason. Maybe he was an old bank robber and under the floorboard someplace there was
Right.
the money stash. Who knows, right? Who knows?
They have some, they're doing fraud where they're making homes look as if they're for rent too.
Yeah.
People are pretending like it's for rent and.
Yeah.
Giving people access over the phone.
Sure.
Taking
Deposits.
and running off.
Yep. That happens through a lot of the sites.
There's no end to the creativity of some of these criminals. So,
Yeah. Look at that.
cool rooms don't close the deal. This is an interesting house. It's up in Westchester Township. I was telling Celeste, this is one I was actually talking about. It's right down the block. There's a home that's been sitting on the market for over 6 months. It's in my home. They're both about a year old. And we sold this one in 2 weeks above comps. Whereas the one here is sitting for 6 months. So pretty good story to tell there. So when you go to the psychology of it, what you have here is on the right side is accessing what's called an alpha state of the brain. Alpha state's relaxed. That's where you have, the dopamine, the oxytocin, they're comfortable to it. Over here on the left, which is called the beta, that's where oxytocin comes in. That's where they're trying to solve problems. They're not in a buying mood, or they're trying to solve problems within the room of what would I put here, what would I do there? And
They don't know the answers. Yeah.
then they start looking for problems,
Yeah.
right? Because,
Yeah.
okay, it's nothing to see here.
My couch is too big. It's never gonna fit in
Yeah.
here, like all that. Yeah. It's so
And
breathable.
that happens so much,
Yeah.
so often, the
Yeah.
rooms always appear smaller than they are. That's why we take measurements, because sometimes we get tricked by it too, just by the layout of the room. So there's a concept called narrative transportation. If you ever read a book, that's a good analogy to what narrative transportation is. This can be applied not just to selling a vacant home, just all across the board. You're trying to tell a story to the client and actually get them into the home through this concept called narrative transportation. That's where you're actually creating visions in your mind of what your life could look like inside that home. Very difficult to do when you're trying to solve problems of what's this room gonna look like, right? And you also see too, we're not just looking at furniture, we're actually trying to create most of our furniture is new to the most part. And we're trying to actually create a environment where it's actually elevated above the buyer's income bracket or actual ability to live in that. So we actually want to create a scenario where this is how I want to live. This is not how I live today, right? That's where the narrative thing. So talk a little about the beta and the alpha, and we understand really that the reason what gets the buyer out of a buying mode is when they go into this beta brainwave trying to solve things. I mean, almost impossible to get them to buy that home. In fact, they're already halfway running out the door. Well, and then we also back it up with the actual data from the market. Right now, it's all the average homes, the winners and losers, and there's winners, especially by zip code. We're actually wanting to are in the process of being able to sort this by zip code, so that when you're actually talking to your sellers, you actually know when's a really good time to stage a home based upon the zip code and the price range versus you got a home in Hyde Park that's going to sell anyway, right? We all know the zip codes make a big difference, but when you take all of them together, the averages of vacant homes going to sell for about $7,000 less is going to be on the market for over 90 days. So I'm not sure. Does anybody know what the average of the Cincinnati market is right now for days on market?
I think it's 28. I thought.
Yeah,
It
the
was
last
about
ones I
28.
run was 40, but I run it for
Oh.
the entire, I mean, it just depends. That's the
Yeah.
average, not the median, so.
So an extra 2 months in of itself, if you're paying a mortgage, is definitely an opportunity to get a return on your investment. If I take these numbers and I run probabilities and put statistics on it, you have an 80% chance of quadrupling your investment when you stage. And you actually have a 95% chance of regaining your money back. So just a little bit about our company, set the stage, supporting you guys here at Keller Williams, Seven Hills. We have a basic package, that's about 6 rooms. That's your main living areas and your main bathrooms, kitchen, etc. You can choose a 30-day contract or a 60-day contract. Usually our 60-day contracts are just a little bit more than an extension would ever be, so it's a pretty good deal. And a lot of our clients like that because they do not want to sell that home vacant. And if you have something fall through at day 28, I think right now our average is about 12 days on the market. But usually it takes about a month to close, right? So if something falls through, and I've got one realtor, she's had multiple deals close or fall through simply because the homes that we're doing for them have appraised so far over what their buyer can't get. Through a lot of these FHA loans, VA loans, et cetera, like that. So she's really happy with the 60 days contracts. She's actually taking some stipulations off. They're selling $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 over list by comps.
Could you go in, like if, let's say we choose a 30-day contract, is like, let's say we just want the living room and the dining room done. Does that look different to you doing a whole house and price wise?
It's pretty slight, simply because our biggest cost is moving.
Yeah,
These items out.
right.
And also the stagers that go on there, all my stagers are interior designers and have a real good eye for
The whole space,
the whole
yeah,
space, right?
got it.
Some of them even come from the commercial world where they actually understand how to sell commercially. So they set up, the displays, whether it be at Dick's or whatever. There's a whole group, I don't know if you know that, people that come in and design those displays to also create emotion to get you to buy more stuff.
Yeah.
And then let me ask you, because, and I think we talked about it earlier, it's really hard to. I mean, I understand what you're doing and I understand the concept, but like I said, like, I know you know, very little people have that vision. Is there a way that we could be? I don't know, on some sort of email list. That maybe if you've got a house staged in a particular area, that's an opportunity for my sellers to go look at it. And say like, this is what it looks like when it's ready. I feel like that would set us up for success as far as winning them over to the other side. 'Cause
Okay.
that's,
So we actually just hired someone that's going to be continually updating our
Okay,
website as
okay.
well with the stages. That's something where we just haven't had the time
Yeah.
to do that. So that'll be available to you.
great,
I'll take note of the email list
Yeah.
as well. That way, you know, what's on, what we have
Yeah.
currently on the market. They can go right into Zillow or, you know, Redfin. We actually did one up there. It's really cool. In, what is it, in kind of Finneytown area,
Mhm.
North College, that
Yeah.
where. It's already had like 4,500 views in 4 days. It's a home that was once featured in the Cincinnati magazine. We call it the Brady Bunch House. And so we had to go ahead and stage it all mid-century modern, so it actually looks more period.
Nice.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool home.
They sent me pictures of it and then I found it online too. I was like,
Is it still for sale?
yeah,
Yeah, I think it's been like 4 days on the market.
I need that, cause I need a mid-century for buyer.
look at, I'll find the address. I forget
It's
what the,
56%.
that's right.
Cinnamon.
It looks really great. They did a really good job. And they staged, if you guys saw my listing on Potomac that I just put up, they staged that. It was absolutely stunning. I sold it 20 grand over less in 3 days.
I
Like,
just feel like it
Stud.
was so.
address? Potomac.
Potomac, I forget. 1557,
Okay.
something like that. It was absolutely stunning. The staging was gorgeous.
I guess, yeah, I mean, I'm just strategizing, thinking,
5150.
you know, I recently had a property that was in a part of town that I thought I was gonna struggle with. I worked hard and I ultimately did, but I don't. I wonder if it's a, you know, if it would be an option for me, part of my, you know, listing strategy to say, hey, after I've seen their house, let's go look and see what it should look like when it's market ready, you know, yeah, thoughts, but.
Yep, definitely take in, get the website up to date. Definitely give me a card. And,
Yeah.
I'll help.
Sure.
Yes.
You can have anything with good stats, because you're saying some pretty good stats,
Yeah.
where if your homes are sold in like 13 days or 3-4 days, if you have anything like that, where a house that you staged in our area, if there's under contract within some days.
I'm actually collecting that data right now to provide to you guys, because the same question I would have too, right?
Yeah, what, I'm paying you for money, what am I seeing?
There's some NAR statistics out there that you can get from NAR that have staging.
I mean, you can AI that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My new
So-
best friend.
Yeah.
I think
Well-
it's the same, that's
Right.
Yeah.
The national.
So like, if you go to, and that's why I have been working very hard to get the local stats. Because right now, if you go to the national stats, it's a average home on the market across the country. A vacant one's 186
Yeah,
days.
it's a lot. Ours is a
It's
lot better.
bad.
We're a lot better.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, this Potomac, this thing looks good.
Isn't it stunning?
Oh my God.
What, what America does?
I love the
157.
psychology of this. This works so, it's fascinating to me. I actually think that I should end up working in this because I love it.
I like.
I like it too. I also, I'm like, you have part-time jobs?
I like when it happens.
Cause I think
Like
it's
I walk
something I
into
would
the house,
love.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh boy, here we go.
I know.
There was a,
Well,
we had a condo over here in Central Park that sat on the market for 5 months. They hired us, John Kerr hired us. It was gone at list after sitting there for
Wow.
5 months. Yeah.
And I have 2 properties that I'm like, gosh, maybe my seller should hire you.
Yeah.
So we just give the seller your info and they just take it from there, or if you do it, or how's that usually work?
Yeah, so usually the agents recommend a consultation,
Okay,
and we can come in and do a free consultation.
love it.
Give them a quote. We often, and we've had the most success when the buyer's actually on site, or excuse me, the seller is actually on site.
It is there.
Yeah, is there. It helps us kind of walk them through what we're talking about here with the psychology of it, what they're getting for their money, and it's really an investment.
Yeah.
Um,
You help them understand.
right.
And in person is special.
Well, it's creating a personal connection that we're not BSing, right?
Yeah.
We're passionate about what we do, and we know that we're actually going to help them.
I might ask my guy if I could do that with guys. So he would reach out to.
Yeah, just have them reach out to me. My number's on there.
Just the bottom.
Yeah.
It's right there too. I'll put it on the screen for you. Well, thank you for coming. Thanks for some food too. Well, I don't know. Hang on. Oh, yeah, we can. We can go ahead and have my eat. Sorry. We went over today.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to hang out for to share their coming soons or buyer needs, they can.
One, I saw you. Is that with like reseller?
So, we give do. Even add.
The same, so you bailed on two with her.
Yeah.
So then that way, that person more like, oh, okay.
Oh, I mean.
Yeah, so that's like, that is how that is. Entertaining, and stuff like that, like.
That was good. I have one from, you need to throw in to six. This is what you
Right now,
look at this.
it starts slow.
To six.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you see something, you need to have insights and to see how it's.
Yeah.
Because there's, that's, out of 100 things you like, if 80, even 70 meet the criteria.
Right.
I,
I think we're yeah.
House you saw, and I was like, I'm just running on my end, and I was like, I wasn't thinking.
And then two,
And I was like, well, this is guessing.
Yeah.
I feel bacon, don't love those.
Yeah.
But like, I just.
Oh.
The issue about-
This is the exact same price. But you should also like look it up. And it's.
You
I
know,
think personally, like, what are you doing? You can afford that payment now.
like. Now, goes to the usually, and so.
Right, yeah, of course. Well, I have a house, which I work at Cherry Grove, and
On the order to buy,
I'm trying to explain to the seller that like the trails and stuff.
probably that.
yeah, but she's a long term, she takes forever. I know from the first time you were.
There's no go, 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 go.
Yeah.
Or it's like,
So
Yeah.
and then it's go, 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 go. And
Yeah.
I almost need a third.
Yeah, so I've sat there with 50 properties and there's like 5 to 10 that person that say, wanna go, yeah, like, this is what I ride, but I'm sorry, but let's go, then we must. Yeah, and then that's serious.
Let's make her Let's say, well, go to girls trip.
I know.
Let's see if that can help win her over a little bit, you know, because she likes me, she. Yeah. See,
Like, I mean, I'm so happy about the transition over here. And then like, you know, Matt and I made our court date, so then that's when we haven't gotten our second foundation, but like, in the window, still can't order cards, can't do it because I have like a legal name changes through, like, I can't.
Right, yeah.
I can't do that, I can't put up myself.
I like that.
Little
is very-
I mean, I feel
So I
like
just like-
it's inevitable when it happens.
Well,
Nobody's gonna see your card and go,
Oh,
oh, wait a minute, she's not Sasser.
Well, it
she's
says Sasser
different."
online on every.
Yeah.
Handle, by the way.
But my phone still comes up Pittsburgh,
Not
but like
with
we
me.
leave the board on
Terrible,
Pittsburgh.
but I'll text you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I can text you, right?
Yeah.
Is that
So
the
I'm
best
taking
way?
a picture
Yeah.
today, probably does not turn out, and like most of the pictures I have are ones I get myself.
We'll see it. I'm like, do that.
It's fine.
Well,
It's free, just, and use the
Yeah.
free picture to
Um,
put into AI to make it.
Yeah, I
what you
just
want.
need somebody, that's probably what happened.
It's
I've been working
like-
with him, but I'm
Like
like,
what I say is like keen for
But,
the
you know,
pictures,
yeah.
like make sure like
he's got two teenagers.
Well, like, and I just like.
you don't want to
There's so much
straight
straight
up.
up here.
you know.
I was like, if I could just,
Yeah.
like, then you got like, whatever, we had another 2 weeks, Christmas is just coming out, so that's like, it's kind of like teared back down.
Like,
Yeah.
And like, things are just like, this was us and the.
Yeah.
well, you know, he's got a goal and I'm like, hey,
And I
whatever,
feel like
he's got goal.
Offset,
And
I'm
I'm
like,
got a
like,
puppy,
I can say
you got a
to him,
cat,
all
you got it all.
It's so good, it's just,
Yeah.
yeah, this part is not
They're
clicking,
yeah.
right, it should, and so I was telling, the other, I was like,
could show the
I'll
data.
not go to God, this.
Yeah.
It's a.
Yeah.
You know, I was like,
There's gonna be a lot.
is it you, it takes the little time, because I talked about.
Yeah.
Right,
I was like, if I can hold that.
and so that's,
I was like, because.
you know, and it's more of just,
Yeah.
this is what maybe they want,
Yeah.
I just need
This is
somebody
really
to
nice.
just to have
Yeah.
a conversation with
I
them,
mean,
that's not
I
me.
just left.
Yeah.
Guess he's not
20
necessarily
grand with
listening.
fuel, those 40.
Right, sometimes.
Like,
the
since
better
December,
just
like,
to-
that. Well, and then I had to let go of 2
Yeah.
deals that I was seeing, like, you know, with our interviews over
Yeah,
here.
we all have it, like I had my listings lined up, February, March,
Right,
April.
yeah. Yeah,
The February moved to March,
You have
to,
two-
the February moved to April, the March moved to June. The June has, the other one, is still, we still don't have a date.
Right.
So everything that you put in a box, it shifted up a month or
And I've
two.
not been doing
Yeah.
social media because I
It's,
changed
you
my,
know,
like, it's
fine
been years, but I
stuff,
had to go
it's just,
through
you know,
like.
look
In
at
the
that.
kind of, or like. Archive a bunch of posts, you know,
Yeah.
and then I got.
Yeah.
But it was then, he's like, it's weird.
Yeah, and it's the,
Pop up from like
it's
3 years ago, 4 years ago, it's like.
it's just, it's gotta be like 70% of your possessions have
I was like,
gone,
I
backed
said,
up,
I was
boxed up,
forced,
in
right? It
the
doesn't
garage,
have-
or where they
It
go.
doesn't have
They
to
should not
be
be
like-
stacked.
Crazy, and everything
all
was
over the house.
straight, but that's what gold, right?
What? Yeah.
It was like.
Yeah.
but like, here's a picture of you and I on there,
Yeah.
the exchange, so those are your name, and it's like. Maddie's the best dad.
And we're, you know, we're
Yeah.
all like pricing.
He's like, it shouldn't bother me, he's like, but it does. So
Lower
I spent
because
2
it's
days just
updated.
archiving.
Cleaning all that up.
And I was like,
Pricing
I didn't
lower.
think about
Needs to be
Yeah.
updated.
And I was like,
Pricing
I don't
lower,
want
sitting
to
on
delete
market,
everything because that's like.
piles of shit off.
He's like,
Right.
I'm asking you, he's like.
It's a huge
He's like,
difference.
if my friend
Like, people could come in and say,
goes,
yeah, the
"Oh,
kitchen's
let's
from
go see
1995, but
Sasser,"
the
and
house
then
is
pulls it all
cleared
the
out
stuff
and not
back,
room.
he's like,
You know, it's a, it's like that, it's the neuroscience.
They sort of say,
no, I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not.
If you can't walk through it.
He's like, oh, I thought you put a
Yes.
come through.
I love these, I
And so
put them in all
he's
my,
got pictures of his at
my folders,
Holy
because
shit.
I like to have
See?
a
I was
paper
like,
leave behind.
I didn't.
Yeah, I do that, yeah.
Photo.
And I
of
like
guy
the
that's
first sheet that
exactly
you
what you do with your
stapled.
Yeah.
ex-wife,
So
like, with the
that's
dog
like
and the
good.
cat.
It's like delete.
There's some things like, I'll
Explain this processes.
I was like, I'm not saying I'm gonna take them out on
Okay.
there, I was like,
I'll get
I'll
more.
do whatever. I
I'll
can.
show.
Like,
Well,
I obviously live much
Yeah.
better Facebook.
Cause I'm,
get on there like.
now I've announced to everybody
use
that I
it
take
for
a
business, I'm constantly posting, doing whatever. And
That's
is it really?
what I mean.
Hopefully we'll get some business for you sometime.
I was like, I know
But
you don't. but it
They're,
is, but
they're
it
very
is,
well
it is.
done,
It
I
is.
appreciate it.
And I was like, so,
And if you
yeah,
have
like,
time,
they wanna see the like, they wanna see those things, so of course I was like.
Want to have some-
this.
Yeah.
I was like, so,
Yeah,
I would.
I'll do that. I mean, I've
Stuff that
uh,
you do, but then I didn't want you to be like.
Listing in Wyoming that will be
feel like
coming
I
in.
moved front and center.
6 months.
Right.
And they'll want to
Everybody
stay.
wants,
Right.
like, clear up,
And
and
so-
it was not an argument, it was just like. a-
Yeah.
That'll be, like, I'll have definitely.
And then I like
that.
I didn't realize
Here
I
I
knew
grow
like
one, I'm just more like.
that side of the family, I was friends with on Facebook, so I did go over there and I'm like,
Come on,
I'm not that.
Please,
Or
love
like,
God.
and we're not.
It's
Not around.
Like, I'm literally.
And I
Just
just
like
like,
in the
and I,
future, if you're
Right.
and I,
still.
so I did, like, take a break, don't let them see
Everything
my
I find.
posts, like, right away.
I would do that.
Well, like, I also, he was like, why didn't you change your name back? I was like, because Ethan didn't want to, and I was worried about this, like, how difficult it is with changing my LSD, which I found out is not hard.
No.
I'm not gonna start.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then like medically, like, if I'm That's staff there, because he doesn't know, I'm his mom, like, how do I explain this, all this, like, there was so much stuff to it.
Like, I could
He's
just
like,
be doing
I'll
this
just be
now.
honest, he's like, I hate that that's true.
Thank you.
And I was like,
You're excited about that.
yeah, and he's like, I love you unconditionally, like, when he's like, I see nothing but the future, and he's like, but I want to go on other steps. Like, I get it, I was like, I totally understand it.
But I feel like there's a little bit.
I told him that, I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like.
I just tried.
That, he's like,
You don't love me for my name. You
well,
love
that's
me
what I
for
said.
who
I was
I am
like,
as a
he's
human
like,
being.
"It's another man's name." He was like, and I was like, then we go away and like, chose to say it again, or go back to like that, and he was like, yeah, he's like, but. He's like, I don't know, he's like, maybe I'm just a little old fashioned about that, he's like, I just can't see it, he's like, it just drives me up the wall, he's like, because, he's like, I don't want you to race me that fast, he's like, that's not who you are now, and he's like, yeah, I like.
But your past is not part of your past.
Yeah.
You're gonna get it. You're still gonna communicate with Matt. Like,
Okay.
he has to
Yeah,
accept
that
those
whole
things,
thing, he's
you
like,
know?
how
He
close
didn't
are
tell
we
me
to
that.
that? Yeah, and he's like, how close are we? I was like, Matt and I get along really well.
And then again.
I was like, and we do it for even. And I was like, you see your sister with her ex and Jay, like he comes to
That's my
Christmas, he comes home, I was like, I'm not saying like Matt should come to any of that stuff, I was like, but Jay is all those things, you don't seem to have a problem, you guys are
Yeah.
all super nice, so why are you getting kind of like huffy if you like, see
Yeah.
not my text or whatever, he was like. He's like, I don't have any like concerns that you're gonna go back, he's like, I guess, he's like, it's just weird that you go to.
Well, he might have some personal insecurities that he's done work
I think
through.
he hates, he's like, I'll be honest, it's like, it's part of me just needing to grow and to like
Yeah.
kind of get over some